Good morning, dear friends. New day, new beginning. It's like a reincarnation every day. We wake up and say, I'm going to write a beautiful chapter today. A chapter of learning. Without learning, we cannot progress. We need to be open to the new. Are we open to the new? Because usually it's like this. People say, oh, come here. Let me teach you how to do this. Oh, no, it's not my thing. That's what we say. And in that, we resist the learning. Children have to learn. You think adults have to stop learning? That's why we have cardiac radio. For us to instruct ourselves for immortality. And today, we are wrapping up this wonderful book. What a journey. Christ Conscious Guidelines or Christian Agenda. This book by Chico Xavier, by Luiz, through the mediumship of Chico Xavier, has been bringing to us guidance, guidelines for immortality. And in the last chapter, which is chapter 50, Luiz summarizes the book. You see, he has this mind. It's as if he's writing a scientific paper, making his thesis of if we follow the Christ conscious understanding of life, what's going to happen? He's going to tell us in 4 paragraphs, he's going to summarize it all. He titles this last chapter, Conclusions. If you want to acquire the book, good news, huh? It's at Amazon. On Kindle version, it's only $9. And in paperback, go to Amazon, acquire the book, keep it for you. It is in Portuguese, Spanish, English. Come on, let's acquire this treasure, because you know what? When we discarnate, how are we going to access books? I've never read in any of the books that there is a library or a bookstore there open for us. Only in the spiritual colonies. And it's not that simple. If we are in the lower zones, there are no books. So we better acquire the book physically. Acquire it now so we can learn it. And if we spend some time in the lower zones, we have to recall by heart. I'm kidding, but I'm just saying it's real. We don't have access to books that easily there. It depends on our true interest. So if we're interested in books now, very likely we'll be given an opportunity to access books, which do not depend on money to access them. It depends on our evolution, our spiritual vibration. So let us enjoy while we can. Conclusions. Christ Conscious Guidelines. He says to us, first of all, it is unmistakable that physical life is a sacred school. Do you agree? It is a school. Yet, if you fail to embrace its lessons for your spiritual growth, your time in this human apprenticeship will have little value. Yesterday, our friend Gabriel Inácio was here sharing with us. He's reading another book by Andrea Luiz, The Messengers. Amazing. And it says right there, we were prepared to come here and fulfill our reincarnatory plan. But often, what do? We don't do much. We have to start anew. So we're just repeating here. Uh-oh, that's not good. 2, another conclusion. It is undeniable that the path of goodness is often challenging and steep. Still, if you are unwilling to walk it, no one can shield you from the perilous pole of evil. You know, in the Spirit's book, it says, question by Kardec. What a question. He said, of the 1019 question and answers, there's this one. If somebody doesn't do any evil, but doesn't do any good, is this a problem? And they say, well, if you don't do good, that's evil in itself. Mamma mia! As challenging as can be, let's do the good. But remember, the good we're talking about starts here, in the mind, in the heart, in our hands, in our steps. 3rd conclusion. It is beyond dispute that eternal happiness is a supreme goal, far surpassing the fleeting pleasures of earthly life. However, if you choose to remain attached to superficial and base desires, you will continue to wander endlessly in their grasp. You see, he's not telling us you're going to go to hell, purgatory. No, we're going to stay in that state of mind. That's what he's saying. And suffering. We want to rid ourselves of suffering. Love, 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 love. These ephemeral pleasures. The other day, Mentor Joseph taught me something I'm going to share with you. You know, we all have to diet, right? Because you can't indulge, eat anything you want. So the other day, I had easy access to something sweet. And I said, oh, Mentor Joseph, please rid me of this temptation. And he said, repeat to yourself, I love and approve of myself. I love myself, thus I'm not going to eat it. I kept repeating, and then I looked again and I said, blah, I'm not going to eat it. I lost the willingness to do it. Self-love. That's a good lesson. I'm practicing it and sharing it with you, okay? So a way to rid ourselves of this need of base desires. I love God. I love myself. Prayer. And repeat. And finally, the most beautiful conclusion of this book, André Luiz says in his final paragraph, it is unquestionable, an unquestionable truth that God is with us in all circumstances. But if you're not with God, no one can predict how far your spirit may fall into the depths of unrest and darkness. Unquestionably, God is with us, but are we with God? Are we? You know God is love, right? Let us feel it, shall we? Because that's what Jesus came to teach us, this Christ-conscious concept that God is not a general saying, be a good boy, be a good girl. No, God is the supreme love. I know it's hard to grasp for us, but doesn't matter. We can feel it, this loving care. Let us feel this unquestionable loving care of God for us so we can practice being with God. Oh God, what a gift for us. True gift to discover you. We are so grateful for the Spirit's message that deepens our understanding of you, our togetherness with you. We're so fragile, so small, and yet unique. You created us, all beings, and we are in this march to your light. We cannot await the next steps in our evolution. More and more discovering your light, more and more understanding your designs. As for now, we contemplate life, mesmerized by your wisdom in sending Master Jesus to us. You're so loving, so caring, that you brought the expression of love on earth, giving us guidance for immortality. We rejoice in this moment of togetherness with you. And we feel this energy medicine that comes from your loving wisdom, enveloping minds and hearts in healing, enveloping our neighbors, our children's schools, hospitals, doctors' clinics, urgent cares, prisons, shelters, nursing homes, refugee camps, and especially we pray for those children, women, elderly, men and women, boys and girls who are suffering from the horrors of wars. We visualize your helping hand coming to their aid sooner than later. Forgive us, dear Father, for when we, in our violence and aggressiveness, could not do better. Thank you for Luiz, for Chico, Xavier, and Emmanuel, and all the loving spirits, the guides of Kardec Radio, who have been leading us into our own regeneration. And so be it. Oh, wow! Luiz, thank you. Today, our exercise, and every day, we're going to be with God. Because we're like, oh, God, please help me. He's saying, I'm here. I've been here all along. But you haven't been with me. Today, we're going to say, God, I'm here with you. And when we are with God, you know that impossible situation becomes possible. Today is our turn of practicing being with God. Tomorrow, good news, huh? Always good news. We're going to start a new series. It's the book Parnassus of the Beyond. Yes, the first book psychographed by Chico Xavier. Finally, we have this book at hand. Every day, a new poem, a new poet, Through the hands of Chico Xavier, we're going to travel this world of poetry and guidelines for immortality. Stay tuned at Kardec Radio because there is always more. And thank you for being here with us. Thank you, Lu. Thank you, Gabriel Inácio. Thank you, Kátia. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Marco Davis. Thank you, Narciso. Thank you, Rosane. Thank you, Sidera. Thank you, Slavic. Thank you, DSP. Thank you, Rosane. Laura Coliri, a big hug to you, my friend, and your family. We wish you all live and on demand a beautiful day, a wonderful night in God's love. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow as a new series starts. Poems from the Beyond, however we're going to name it. It's always with Chico Xavier. Here at Kardec Radio, where we're daily, 24/7, nourishing our souls. Thank you, friends.